Hi YouTube, it's me, Jess. It has been a very, very long time. I think the last video I made was March 2014, and it's now 2016, so time for a little bit of an update, I think. Um, I can't believe that this summer is going to be my 4-year surgery. I think I had surgery July 23rd, 2012. So yeah, 4 freaking years. Wow. Um, I've been getting a ton of emails and friend requests on Facebook. If I haven't responded to you, which I'm sure there's a lot of you, I know there's a lot of you. Um, I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I have 400 friend requests on Facebook and I have messages to match it. So I'm trying to slowly get to everybody. I haven't been just adding everybody because everybody gets those random like fake profiles and stuff like that send you friend requests. And I don't want to add like those people. I want to make sure people I'm adding like are legit. So if I haven't added you yet or I haven't responded to your messages, sorry, I'm trying to get around to you. So I figured I could make a video to let you guys know I'm alive and well, and just answer maybe some of the questions. I wrote down a few of the questions that I get a lot of. So I'll go ahead and answer those while I'm giving my update. So, a life update. I moved to North Dakota. I live in Williston. Came out here with my boyfriend who broke up with me a few months ago. That kind of sucked, but I decided to stay out here. Quite the adventure, but I'm gonna use this time to find myself and be independent. I've got my own little bachelorette pad and I'm doing it. It kind of sucks being away from all my family and friends, but I'm loving it so far. So everything is good. Weight wise, I'm maintaining in the 170s. So that's up 10 pounds from where I normally was. I did get down to 153 at one point, but I was really, really sick and it wasn't healthy. But I do want to get back to like 163, 164 since that's where I was and I was happy at that weight. And I figure it's only 10 pounds. So the fact that I'm 4 years out and all I've gained is 10 pounds, fine, whatever. I'm fine with that. Let's see. So questions. Okay. A lot of the questions are some of the most common questions I get are, let's see, which surgery did I have? I had the gastric bypass surgery. I get a lot of questions about the sleeve and I really don't know too much about it. So I feel bad I can't answer, but I had the gastric bypass surgery. I was out of work for, I took 2 weeks off and I should have taken longer, but I was a preschool teacher. So it's a lot more physically active. I ended up getting severely dehydrated and ended up putting me in the hospital. So if you have a job like that, I would suggest taking the full 3 weeks to rest. I didn't have any complications besides the dehydration. I did get an ulcer. I don't know. It could have been from my surgery. It could have been from stress. I don't know. I don't blame that on my surgery because I think it had more to do with stress than anything. So, and then my appendix, I had that removed. Otherwise, that's been it. So nothing that is out of the ordinary. Oh no, I did faint. After my ulcer, my hemoglobin dropped super low. It was at like 18 before, and then the day I found out I had a bleeding ulcer, my hemoglobin had dropped down to a 9.8. So I had to sign paperwork saying if it dropped any lower, I was going to have a blood transfusion and yada yada. And I think because of surgery, I have not been able to get it back up. I take iron and everything, and it's still just, it has never gone above a 12. It's gotten a lot closer. It's at an 11 right now. I think the last time I had it checked was 11.3. So it's getting closer to 12. But I think I fainted 2.5 years ago, something like that. So it's taken quite a while. But yeah, I did faint. I don't know if I posted about this in any of my other videos. But I did faint, fall. I fell face first into a door, and I bit all the way through my lip, and I had to get 10 stitches inside my mouth and then 10 on the outside. That really, really, really sucked. And the only thing that they could possibly blame it on was being anemic. They couldn't find anything else wrong with me. So I guess that's really it. Otherwise, I haven't had any complications. Let's see. I get asked, what to bring to the hospital. And this one, oh my gosh, I don't remember. I do remember one of the big things was comfy clothes, of course, because when you go home, the last thing you want to do is put on something that's super tight on your incisions. And then slippers. I accredit a lot of like not having pain after surgery to working out before I had surgery, and then walking a lot in the hospital. Walking helps get rid of that gas pain, and the last thing I would have wanted to do was bend over and put shoes on. It was so nice just slipping my feet into comfy plush slippers and walking, up and down the hallway or walking around the hospital. You don't want to walk barefoot through a hospital. I don't even think they would allow you to. So I know or at least my hospital gave me socks with like the sticky things underneath. So if you want to walk in those, but it was just so much easier just to get out of bed and put my slippers on and go. So that was a big thing. And then just your toiletries, like your hairbrush, your toothbrush and toothpaste, shampoo and conditioner. They made me take a shower before I left the hospital. And you might not feel like it, but it does help you feel so much more normal if you are able to take care of yourself. Like if you're able to get up and go shower, if you're able to brush your teeth and wash your hair and all of that, you just start to feel normal again. And it gives you something else to do and focus on besides sitting in a hospital bed and thinking about, holy shit, what did I just do to myself? I get asked a lot if I was scared. And I think everybody is scared. It's surgery. Any surgery I would be kind of nervous about because you're putting your life in somebody else's hands. But I would never, ever, ever change anything that I've done or do it differently or anything. I'm so grateful for my surgery. Not just because of the physical changes. Yeah, I've lost weight and I am so happy that I can go shopping where everybody else goes shopping, and I don't feel like people are staring at me because of my size. I feel like they're staring at me because they think I'm cute, or they like what I'm wearing, or they like my hair. So yeah, I mean, those are obviously great changes. But it's so amazing, like mentally, how you change. This surgery for me, and I know it's for a lot of people, changes your self-esteem, which makes you value yourself more, and it makes you want better things for yourself. Before I had surgery, I mean, I was married and I was with a horrible man, and I don't even like talking about it because, I mean, he treated me horribly, but I was just, at that time, I didn't love myself, and I hated how I looked, I hated how I felt, I hated how unhealthy I was. I was just grateful that here's this person saying that he loves me. Once, I started losing the weight and I was working out and I was eating better, I was taking control of my life, I started to realize I totally deserve more than this. This is bullshit. And I got out, and the last guy I was with, he was an amazing guy, and he also helped show me like that I deserve a guy like that, but and even better than that. And I really put my foot down. Like, I don't waste my time. If I don't feel like somebody's worth it, I'm not gonna bother. And I hate when people say, oh, don't become stuck up, don't become snotty, don't become whatever it is, because I don't think having self-worth is being bitchy. I mean, every person in this world is worth something, and you shouldn't ever give up or, be less or do less or want less because somebody else says so. And that's a huge thing for me to say. Before I had surgery, I would have probably never have thought that way. So I do credit the surgery to, helping me physically and mentally, which is why I would never, ever change anything that I've done. I do get asked how much weight I lost per month while I was, right after surgery throughout like my first year. And I hate answering this question, not because I'm embarrassed or whatever. I hate answering it because everybody is so different. Everybody loses weight at such a different pace. I mean, for myself, I think I lost the majority of my weight within the first 6 months. And I know one time I went to the doctor, they were concerned at how much weight I lost by like 5 months out. They're like, maybe hopefully it's going to slow down a little bit. And it did. After like, I think by 7th month, like I think the same. Like I really, really slowed after 6 months out. And then I know other people that are really slow the first 6 months, but then after that, it melts off. So I hate answering that because I don't like setting people up to think like that their surgery didn't work or they're failing, they're doing something wrong. It's frustrating. I just always try to remind myself that when the scale's not moving, I'm losing inches somewhere. Because I was one of those people that weighed myself like every single day for the first few months, and I learned not to do that. It's so hard not to. But if you cannot weigh yourself every month, just don't, or not every month, sorry, every day. I think once a week is probably a lot better because you will see, even in the early stages, if you get on the scale one day and then the next day you're going to get on the scale and you're going to have gained weight. It's just normal fluctuation. So I just pick one day and weigh yourself that one day every single week. I started doing that, and that kind of helped me a lot better because I do think even now I suffer from body dysmorphia. I don't see all the time the changes that my body has made. When I look at myself in the mirror, I still see somebody who's 330 pounds. That's where I started at, and I still see that. And everybody thinks I'm nuts. And obviously I am nuts, but it's a common thing that people go through after weight loss surgery. I mean, you can't expect to lose all this weight quickly, and then I don't just think that you're gonna go off and everything's gonna be perfect. It's maybe for some people it is, but for most people it's not. Besides the body dysmorphia, where I don't see myself at where I'm at. I still see myself as the bigger girl. I do have extra skin, and I get asked a lot how I deal with that, and I don't know. It's there. It's a part of me. I mean, what am I gonna do about it? I'll wear Spanx, I guess, to try to flatten it out, or so it doesn't like move around. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's not going anywhere until I surgically have it go somewhere. So I try not to let it dictate how I'm gonna live my life, and I'm not gonna think about it constantly. I know it's not like the best answer, but it's just something you just got to work through. If you can't work through it on your own, then you go talk to somebody to help, have a therapist help you work through it. That's a big thing too. It's just not bottling things up and dealing with them on your own. You got to have somebody to talk to, because there are times, especially when you're rapidly losing weight, your body is just shedding ketones and hormones and everything. So you're kind of going to feel everywhere. And if you feel like you're alone, it's going to make things 1,000 times worse. Let's see. Got to pull up my questions. I get asked what kind of workout I did after surgery and what I do now. So after surgery, I just walked a lot. I started the day I got home. I went out and I'd walk like 5-10 minute intervals. I think I started at 5, especially that like first day home. I just went out as much as I could. I tried to get in my 30 minutes of walking a day, and then I just built up from there as I was feeling better. Once I felt good enough and I was able to go back to the gym, then I started doing the elliptical. And I pretty much stick to the elliptical and then like free weights. I don't do anything super special. I just kind of go through some of the free weight machines, do those. The elliptical, again, I would just try to get a mile in. When I first started doing the elliptical, it took me like a half hour, 40 minutes to do a mile. And I was able to, like a year and a half after surgery, I was able to do a mile in 8 minutes on the elliptical. So you just keep at it and just push yourself. I don't work out nearly as much as I need to out here. It's kind of a special town. But I did move into my own apartment and we have a gym here, and there's ellipticals. So that's my new thing. And I did buy Insanity, and I've been doing that. Not every day, but I have been doing that, and holy crap, like, I suggest it. You will feel it for sure. And I really like it. There's a lot of things though that I cannot do, but you modify it and you do what you can. It's a really good workout. So between those two things, I'm really just working out in my mind to maintain and be healthy. I really am not interested in, seeing, I want to get down to 120 pounds. I'm never going to be 120 pounds. I would need to have all my skin removed to probably be 120 pounds. Because my doctors were concerned when I got down to 153 pounds. So I've just accepted it. And now to me, it's about being healthy. That's my big thing. It's just, I want to stay healthy. I want to stay where I'm at. I don't want to, ever go back to where I'm at. And I think that's the attitude that you have to have. Let's see, I get asked, what do I eat now? Honestly, I pretty much just eat whatever. I don't eat fast food. Well, okay. I eat Taco Bell. I don't know. Their tacos they have a special place in my heart. But I don't eat there very often. We don't even have, the closest one to me is 2 hours away. So, yeah, when I actually get Taco Bell, it's like a Christmas miracle. But otherwise, I don't eat McDonald's at all. Burger King, all those places. I don't eat any of that. Like the next fast food place that I eat at is Jimmy John's, because I can get an unwich with, it's a lettuce wrap. So that's a really big change. Before surgery, I'd eat fast food all the time. And it's not because it gives me dumping. I can talk about dumping too. But it just doesn't taste good, and it's not appealing to me anymore. Your taste buds completely change after you have surgery. It's crazy. Things that were never sweet to you are super sweet. Like I had My friend had sugar-free Jello for lunch and she hated it. She was like, oh, I'm gonna throw it away. I was like, oh, well, I'll have it. And I took a bite and it was like the sweetest thing I tasted in a long time. I was like, holy crap, how is this not sweet to you? But I forgot, because my taste buds are different. It's crazy. Believe me. If, before you have surgery, eat some sugar-free Jello, and then after surgery, eat some, and just note the differences. And that's that way too with like salty things or things that your friends and family will not think are salty at all, and then you'll take a bite and you'll just think, oh my freaking god, and put a little more salt in that. Jeez. But as far as dumping, I really don't get dumping off of. It's really random what I get dumping off of. Like cereal, I've not found one cereal that doesn't make me dump. I don't know why, but yeah, I just give up with cereal. Broccoli cheddar soup, I've had that before and it sat completely fine with me, and then I had it like a month ago and I got really bad dumping from it. So that's another thing too, is something that works today might not work tomorrow, and vice versa. Something that doesn't work today might work down the road. So that was kind of random. And there are some things that say they're sugar free, but I think they have sugar alcohol in them or something, because they cause me to dump. My dumping is, I don't know how many people have dumping like this, but because most people I know get the foamies, and I've gotten the foamies a few times. But my dumping is my heart starts beating really fast and my back just hurts and it is on fire. And if you feel my back, you can feel the heat. Like, you don't even have to touch it. You can feel the heat radiating off of it, and it becomes super sweaty. And I get really shaky and dizzy. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. And I think it's just from the sugar being dumped into my body. It's not being, processed. It's going straight to the liver and it's just going to my body. So it's just a huge rush. So my body's trying to burn it off. And it was really scary the first time it happened. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. But I've noticed if I eat, like I had a little piece of a pancake and I dipped it in some sugar-free syrup. It was just a little dip. There was not very much, and that caused me to have severe dumping. So it's really, really just random things, because I'll have that, and it caused me to dump. But then I could have an Oreo and I'm completely fine. So I just try to, again, make good choices. I don't feel like I had surgery to punish myself. So I do, if I want a cookie, I will have one. And I think that's part of surgery, is learning portion control and portion sizes and everything like that. And I find for myself, if I want a cookie and I have one, I don't want one for a really long time. Like the last time I can't even remember the last time I had an Oreo. Over the holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think I had half a piece of pumpkin pie. It didn't cause me to dump. I didn't want it. It's not, sweets were never really my thing to begin with, but I don't crave them really. And I just think when I do, I have a little bit and then I'm over it and I don't want it anymore and I don't crave it and I don't think about it. And for me, like, if I can have a sugar-free vanilla latte from the coffee shop, I am completely happy and in heaven. So I just try to find those substitutes. Like I use spaghetti squash. To me does not taste like spaghetti. So the first time I had it, I was disappointed. I liked it. I just set myself up for it tasting like spaghetti. I use a lot of Greek yogurt for things. I replaced the zero plain Greek yogurt. That is my sour cream now. I don't use sour cream anymore at all. They even have Greek yogurt cream cheese now, which is great. And cream cheese is never going to be the healthiest thing for you, but it's a little bit, and it's got a lot more protein in it, a lot less fat in it. So, if you can just find those little replacements, it really does save you a lot. And then between that and keeping up with your water and keeping up with working out, it's all about a lifestyle change. So, again, I don't think you should punish yourself and be like, oh, well, I guess I'm eating celery sticks and broccoli for the rest of my life because I can't have anything else. Yeah, it's just all about learning what is good and what's not good and what you should have a little bit of or what you should have a lot of. As far as protein goes, I get my protein in by eating ground chicken and ground turkey. Or just turkey and chicken in general, I should say. I really don't eat beef anymore. Not that it makes me sick. I don't know. I don't really care for it. I don't know if it's the grease in it or the fat in it. I don't know what. I just don't care for it anymore. I do eat shrimp or tuna or lobster, stuff like that. So that's how I get my protein in. Protein drinks, I really don't do them anymore. I think I might start replacing breakfast with a protein shake just so that I am getting protein in and getting full. Breakfast is not my favorite thing. It's never been my favorite thing. But it's important to help fuel your body for the day, and it is important to aid your weight loss. So especially when you're in your first year, you got to make sure you're getting your protein in along with your vitamins. I suck at taking those. I'm pretty good at taking my multivitamin, and my iron, I have to take that. But as far as like calcium and anything else goes, not that great at taking that. Honestly, I'm not the best example for that one, but it is important. So make sure that you have your pill cutter, because those calcium pills, oh my God, some of them are like friggin' horse pills. So that's all the questions I wrote down. Those are my most common ones. So just keep messaging me, asking me questions. I'll try to post another video a lot sooner than I posted this one. So it's already a half hour long, so holy crap. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.